Hello, everybody. This is George, your 6-year-old ketogenic lifestyle coach from the town of Bridgewater in Somerset in the UK. Quick note on the town of Bridgewater. We have a very strange spelling because we don't have the middle E of the name. So it's Bridgwater. Those of you who are familiar with Bridgewater in New Jersey will know that the E remains there in the middle, and also there is another Bridgewater in the UK up near Manchester, which also has the E in the middle, but we are the one without the E, which can be very confusing, I know, but that's the case. A lot of the hardcore Bridgewater Arians, as we call ourselves, will tell you that we've never had the E in the middle of Bridgewater. However, I can tell you that if you go around the local museum and look at some of the old maps, you will find the E in there. Somebody somewhere along the line misspelt it, and that kind of became adopted. We've always been a rebel town, and I think that's the reason why we're very proud of the fact that we are different. So, very different. There is a saying locally that you are NFB, which is normal for Bridgewater, which means you're slightly strange, which applies to me very much, as we probably all know. Anyway, so this is actually just a news update. It's really a reality check. I've had to take a close look at my life this week, and I've realised that I've probably bitten off more than I can chew. And I'm going to have to adjust my timings quite a bit. I've basically had a financial reality check and also my time reality check, because for the last 3 months it's been absolutely crazy. Haven't been earning any money, but I've been working harder than ever in my life, and I've ended up really quite tired, quite exhausted. So I'm going to have to readjust considerably. So to put it into context, basically, I'm married to Lainey, as you all know, and I have a household to run, or to help to Lainey to run. Also, she runs the actual household herself, and that takes up a lot of my time. I'm also involved in horse racing, thoroughbred horse racing, as a bloodstock consultant. So that takes up maybe a day, one day out of seven per week, usually on a Saturday, but it can be done on other days as well. And then I have to earn a living, and I work in construction. I am a site safety manager. I am a first aider. I'm a fire marshal, and also a traffic management specialist. So that is kind of my day job, which I haven't been doing very much just recently, but I have just recently had 2 days back on the site, which I left on August 15th, and they're desperate to get me back. And I think they're about to make me an offer that I can't sensibly refuse. Also, on top of all those things, as you know, I've made myself very, very active in the carnivore community, and I've realised that I have, I think, 6 roles within the carnivore community. And those are really, I'm going to have to adjust my times and my effort within those. So just to give a bit of a rundown, firstly, I have a YouTube channel, which is this one. I was planning on developing it and trying to get the subscriptions up, trying to become much more proficient on StreamYard and on Canva.com, and also on things like CapCut to do the editing. However, that is going to take me, especially, an awful lot of time and an awful lot of energy, neither of which I have. So I've basically put that idea on hold. I will be maintaining this channel, but only as a news platform, such as what I am doing now. So I will remain as a non-thumbnailed, one-take wonder, no editing, probably no interviews on this channel, but I will still be here to give you the news updates. However, that doesn't mean that I won't be active on YouTube, but I've made some very good alliances just recently with some great friends over in America, such as Amy Davis, Keto Rockstars, and Coach Juliet Edens, who has her own channel. And also, I've renewed my old alliance with Carl Day of the Primal Lifestyle here in the UK, and I will be collaborating a lot with all of those people over the coming months. I did have a plan to do a series of interviews, maybe once a month or once every 6 weeks, with Tyler McCann from Wyoming, who is the organizer of the Rendezvous City Beef Roundup. It's going to be called the News from Alligator Mountain because there is a little ridge of hills near where he lives which look like an alligator, and it's going to be the basically the update on the progress towards next year's beef roundup, and also just the news from Wyoming, the wonderful community around Riverton and the township of Pavilion, and all the great characters I met over there. So I'm hoping that will happen, but I'm going to negotiate with one of my fellow YouTubers to make it happen as a chat show on their channel, on which myself and Tyler will be on with whoever hosts it. And yeah, that then just wait for news on that. It will be happening fairly shortly. Also, on top of being a YouTuber, I am now a qualified coach, Kills Health coach. I was planning on launching my own limited company on January the 7th. However, reality check has told me that I have got no clients at the moment, and B, my mindset is one where I'm not very good at technology and I'm not very good at the stress of dealing with government agencies, which I believe is called the IRS over in America, and it's called His Majesty's Revenue and Customs over here. I find it very, very stressful. I'm not very good on the technical side of things. So I've decided that for the foreseeable future, at least, I'm going to shelve that idea. And it is my intention to return to my day job in the traffic management in construction. It's well paid. It's a job which I'm much sought after because of my qualifications, and also because I'm good at the job. So I think that is probably the best solution for me to go back, earn some good money. I'm not spending much now because I no longer drink or socialise, and so I can get some money behind me, get the tickets for myself and Lainey bought to go to Wyoming next August, and also that means I will also probably be able to take June off next year in order to help host the Great British Meetup. And I've got some wonderful American visitors coming over as well, so I'll be able to devote my time and my energy to them. So that's the reason why I've decided to return full time to work in the near future. That means that I won't be able to be quite so active in the United States as I have been for the last 3 months, because basically I will need to get up at 0520 hours every morning here in the UK, which is 20 minutes past midnight Eastern time. What that means is I won't be able to do the later night shows in America, such as Carnival Talk on a Monday with Bob Angle, or Keto Cookout with Russ Mitchell on a Tuesday evening. So I will disappear from those for a while. However, I still will be able to do the Zoom calls with Dr. Kiltz on a Monday, and then the following 3 evenings of the Zoom calls with Kerry and Healing Humanity on the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday being the most important one because that's when I give my weekly report from the UK to the Healing Humanity team. That is my role of ambassador to the Healing Humanity team, which is again one of the 6 roles I have within the carnivore community, and I will definitely want to carry that one on, which means that I will finish at midnight on a Thursday into Friday, go and get my 5 hours sleep, and then do a Friday, a full day's work on a Friday, and then at the weekends I will be available for interviews. I will be available for interviews during the week, but again earlier in the day rather than later in the day. So that's the plan for the future. On top of being an ambassador to Healing Humanity, I'm also a mediator. Mediator for Dr. Kiltz's channel. So I will be able to do the 6 a.m. lives as long as work isn't too busy. I should be able to tune in from work, and I will be able to basically deal with any situations arising in my role there. This morning we had a very lively session on the 6 a.m. and we got some serious trolling today, and which we dealt with, and we reviewed it afterwards, and it was decided that if these trolls want to come, let them come. I was blocking them, putting them on timeout for 24 hours, But after a review and a discussion, it's decided that all we're going to do in the future is delete their comments, but we will let them keep firing away because basically it helps us to up the algorithm and get the word out further. So if any trolls do decide to come and see us, your comments will be deleted. However, you're welcome to make them because you are helping us to build the channel. And then another role which I have within the carnival community is that of history teacher. I think many of you know that some people call me the carnival historian, and I do study the history of where we came from and the people who have been pro us and against us over the years. So I will definitely carry on with the research in that, and I will be talking about it in some of the interviews that I give. And then also, I'm an event organizer within our community. I've got 2 under my belt so far, which I've obviously been the joint uh, perpetrator of, the originator. The first one being the Great British Meetup, which happened last year on August the 2nd, and then a more recent one back in this month, in fact, on November the 15th, which was a slightly smaller event, but which was also very successful. So I will continue to be able to carry on organising events here in the UK, along with especially Carl Day and Stephanie Taylor and her sister Nikki, and also Louise Benning as well, who is going to be helping us out with that. So that will still be happening, and I will continue with the event organisation, and also I'm the UK connection for the Rendezvous City Beef Roundup for next year. I'm delighted to say that I might have a couple of people coming with me next year, one of whom being an international triathlete. So I'm hoping to bring him as a ringer for the 5K ruck race, followed by the 100-meter Maggie White Challenge, which is a 100-meter sprint carrying a 50-pound bag of feed in each hand. But we shall see. It'd be nice to have the Union Jack flying, the Union flag flying, I should say, over in Riverton in August of next year. And lastly, I'm acting as an agent for various different channels of various different people. I am organising interviews, putting people together, and basically helping other people to build their channels. My great friend Carl Day of the Primal Lifestyle christened me the Puppet Master a few years ago because I was able to find him quite a few good interviewees, and I'm basically returning to that. I am very good at person-to-person communications. What I'm not so good at is actually the technical side of things. So as you can see, I'm very, very busy, and I'm going to have to drop the idea of developing this channel into a all singing, all dancing technical interview channel. I'm going to keep it as it is. I'm going to basically put the idea of going coaching professionally on hold. The limited company is now will be down the line, if at all, because my mindset is not really prepared for it. I get stressed about dealing with government agencies very easily. I think I could be a good coach, a good teacher, but it's the dealing with the Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs and dealing with the technical side of things of setting up websites that I find too daunting. And with a history of mental health problems, I lost a year of my life to depression in 2011-12. I don't want to put myself back there with the stress level. So I put a line through those. As I said, I will continue to act as ambassador, agent, event organizer, but I will have to measure my time very carefully because I will need to go and earn some decent money in construction and get some sleep at the same time. So that's really my update from today. This is what I wanted to say. So my apologies to my American friends who won't be seeing as much of me after 7 p.m. Eastern time in the future, because that will have to be my cut-off time during the week. However, I will still be working very hard during the day when you guys are on your working day, and also I will be giving plenty of interviews as well on various different channels. Carnival Sunday School is still very much alive and well, as is Carnival Club on Sunday evening, and the various other interviews that I'm already booked in for, and we will be creating more as well. Very much looking forward to working with Juliet and Amy and Carl, and any other channel who wishes to, and also Nikki on the Club Carnival, and John Aspina on Carnival Sunday School. So I'm still going to be very active. Just I can't do the late night stuff this end, the stuff after 7 p.m. Eastern anymore. Further news: it's Thanksgiving tomorrow, and Lainey and myself have decided to uh, celebrate it with America. So at 4 p.m. our time tomorrow, which is Greenwich Mean Time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, we will be sitting down to a roast turkey with pigs in blankets in front of a roaring log fire. We went out today and bought some logs, so we're very much looking forward to that. I don't think I'm going back to work until at least next Monday, so I will have time to do that. So it will be great to actually sort of have the Turkey Day, the celebration with you, with America tomorrow. And of course, as we know, the Mayflower, which took the Pilgrim Fathers across the Atlantic, sailed from the city of Plymouth in the southwest of England way back when, and Plymouth is not far from Bridgewater, in fact. And I can confirm that we have some American visitors coming over next year, and I will be taking a trip to Plymouth to see the Mayflower Steps, which is roughly where the Pilgrims embarked upon the Mayflower in order to sail to America. Although it is believed that the steps themselves are now form part of the foundation of a pub called the Admiral Bride, which is just behind the Mayflower Steps Monument. The Admiral Bride is a very good pub, so you can actually go into it, and you can actually stand on the same places where the Pilgrim Fathers actually left Plymouth from. So I'm very much looking forward to showing my American friends around there. Hopefully we will get a bit of filming done, and we will prepare a film for next Thanksgiving in 2026. So that's the news. Yeah, I'm fairly upbeat. It's just that I've realised that I have to be realistic about my time and about my financial circumstances, because Lainey and myself still have a mortgage to pay off for the next few years. So I think I'm going to be, for the foreseeable future, returning to the day job, but I'm still going to be very, very active in the carnival community. And I'm very much looking forward to working with everybody and seeing everybody over the course of the next few years. At the very latest, I will be able to take a complete backseat in 6 years' time, when my state pension kicks in. What you guys know, I think, as Social Security over in America. And then I will be able to devote all of my time to the carnival community and to my horse racing interests as well. So that's the update. I will be returning to doing the 4 pillars of carnival. We've already looked at the why. I will be doing the mindset, the research, and the community in the coming days. I will be continuing to do the course with Dr. Nelson on a Wednesday evening. There is no lesson tomorrow because it is the night before Thanksgiving, which gives me a slight breathing space in which to catch up on some of the work. So that's the news from Bridgewater and Somerset, and I look forward to seeing you again in the not too distant future.